Great. Okay. Hi, yogis in Yoga Land. Yoga with Scott here at this beautiful park here in Sims Lake Park, somewhere in Swanee, somewhere in the middle of Georgia somewhere. The theme of the class today is our Brahmacharya, and that is our moderation. So if you do things too much, take awareness of that. The poses of the week are the butterfly and Shavasana. And Shavasana is one of those asanas that if you have addictions of sorts, that they will, because it's a meditation, gives you the strength to, to help you with those addictions. Okay? Now, it's still a little damp around here. My roses, my garden, there's no wind here. We are going to tune in with our breath work. So remember, they got the Durga breath. Fill up all the way to the stomach. An exhalation from the chest up. When you can give the stomach a pump to empty out, and that exhalation breath is a little bit longer than the inhalation. And I'll sit down, you can see my roses here. And we got sound therapy. We got sound therapy, we have aromatherapy, which is, those are the good qualities to help us with our things that we do of extensive moderation. And I got my oil bag. We are going to have so much fun. I actually started right on time today. Be a bit of a lengthy class, but we're going to have so much fun. Okay? Now to tune in, just keep up your breaths. And while you're here, you can do your forward inhalations and exhalations. If you're in a place that's very hot, remember the breath. Right now it's very cool out. Remember to bring the breath over your tongue. And the sound of the bowls being extension like this is really gives us the sound that we were looking for. And just keep up the breath. We are tuning into our class. Okay? I'll be quiet. See, I like to do that so you can see how long the bowl echoes. And we're going to open with okay, if you don't like the Om, you can fun. Actually, chanting fun, I've actually helped you come down to a lower note. And I just realized that just happened just recently. I always have like a high pitched sound. I was playing my sister because trying to get her to Om is, very challenging also. But when it came to doing the fun, I realized I brought it down a note. So it's going to be Add the pump of the stomach as if you were singing. Then we're going to do the to practice in with the fun. And I actually was been open forever and a day, and it just dawned on me that chanting fun actually allowed me to have a lower note, which was interesting, right? That's why it's a practice. We show up every day, tomorrow something. That's why it's fun. That's why I come to yoga every day. Fun, fun. We're gonna do our oils. Just concentrate on your breath. When you really rub the oils, it helps you get the fragrance out. And now this is our flower. And we're gonna do quite a few of these in our class, so I'll show you now what we do. We bring the fingertips together and then we curl the fingers down and we come to the back of the hands and we come out, okay? What a beautiful evening. Last week was 100 degrees. We had a good little bit of rain. And cool things off. My roses got beat up a little bit from the rain. So they're not mine because I'm not out here pruning them but yet. Some more inhalation now. We're going to add on to this. A shout out, last week I went to my car and Becca, Sean and Marcia gave me a namaste shout out as I'm new to this park, and I guess it was a pleasure for them to see someone bringing yoga to this area outside. That was very nice. Why do I come to the mat? There's awesomeness, persistence and perseverance, as my yoga teacher, Heidi Farber, would always say. We're going to come on all fours and just do some gentle cat-cows. Now remember, I always like to put the forefingers to the back of the head. So we have our index, our center, our ring, and our pinky. And we're going to mention these quite a few times in the practice. So remove the pinky. If you have your right hand, whatever right, then the hand would bring you to the pinky. Lift the ring finger, and I'll leave you with these. So you don't want to squeeze more than that back. So you just want to look up to the top of the mat, very gently. We're going to add on today because we're going to do a good flow today because it's very cool and outside. We can move along pretty well today. So it won't be as gentle as the classes we did when it was way hot out. And now, we're gonna come into our, actually we're here, so let's roll out our ankles. We're gonna grow our puppy to our dog, okay? So, from our puppy, we tuck the toes under. With an inhalation, we just press up and exhalate into our dog, and we'll walk our feet here for our plexus fasciitis. Inhalation up, exhalation down one side. And now we're going to walk our feet up to our hands. We touch the shoulders, and this is our spirit of ecstasy, because there's an elegance and an essence in this practice. Now just sweep the arms forward and come to a very gentle back bend. And as you go along with the practice, see how far back you do go, right? So we're gonna do some curtsies by bringing the left leg forward, and we'll rotate the arms, a little bit of dance here, kind of. And then bring the left foot front, right foot front, and we're gonna play here with your hands and just okay. And then we'll bring left, right, 2 times each. Help you too. We're gonna do some yoga dance, and let's start off a little bit today on the yoga dance, because I was doing other things to think, but we will experience that. But just arm movement, leg movements, and too. So if you go out, and of course, you're like, I don't know how to dance. So, you know what? You just move like this. And then that's why you're here. If you're watching me, I'm gonna help you too in your practice. And what we do in these movements, you can move your arms up and down and around, and then we'll move the hips. We're gonna do the synovial fluid from the toes up through the leg. We just come on the toes a little bit, and we'll do some rotations here, and 3 one way and 3 the other way. Before you know it, it's like you're dancing, and you're doing yoga and dance, and nobody will know the difference, okay? So now, this is for the loosening up the body a bit. Now, rotate it back the other way. Okay? And then we're going to do some hula circles. Okay? And we go the other way. And now we are going to your width where you want to be is up to you. Now we just slide the body here. Come up with inhalation, exhalation here. Okay, now we're gonna bring our hands to our thighs and come down. In the back, we're gonna add this will be a mudra here. We're gonna just press the hands from behind. I like to bring the elbows up and then extend the forearms up. And now we're gonna come into the spirit of ecstasy, bring the arms forward and come back down. And we'll do our forward and backwards. Okay. Just stay in our forward fold for a few breaths here. Now, we are going to do our pinwheels and our flower. We're gonna hit on here. Okay. There's a challenge here. I gotta watch this stuff jingles around to the mic a little bit. Your stance is just wherever you feel comfortable. And you want to have buoyancy underneath, and if you are hyperextended, just be conscious of the buoyancy here. And now here's the challenge. The right hand is going forward. The left hand is coming back. Okay, now. Okay. I'm coming to our flower. Now, our first 38 nail mascar. Pinwheel the arms forward. Pinwheel back. Step back with the right. Now, we're already squared off. If you can't, if it's very challenging for you to drop the heels, you can stay in our Anujati asana, and that's just with the heel up. Okay. Elegantly and essentially, we will bring the hand to the mat. The feet is your preference. Step back with the left. Come into our dog here. Drop the knees on the exhalation. Drop the forearm with the chin. Lead up to the top of the mat here. Still a little damp out here. And press up into our Bhujangasana. This is our first Bhujangasana. So we'll stay here for 5 breaths. This is a very important asana here. Press back up to our puppy. Tuck the toes under. Now, the hand is up. We bring it back like one full hand width back. So it'd be like that. Curl the toes under. If you have your painted finger toenails, be conscious of that. And press up. Come into our dog. Walk our feet up to our hands. We're gonna touch the shoulders. I always like touching the shoulders for alignment, and come into our spirit of ecstasy. Sweep the arms forward, come into a back bend here. And now we're coming into our flower rotation. Okay. And now I'll be facing you this side, so pinwheel the arms forward. When the left arm comes back up, step back with the left. Touch the shoulders, send the arms up. Bring the hands to the mat with an essence and an elegance. Come into our dog. An inhalation, come a little forward, drop the knees, drop the forearm, leave with the chin, or Zanasana. Come into our breath here, come back into our puppy. And now we come into our dog. Raise the left foot up, and we're going to walk up to our hands. Open up to our spirit of ecstasy. Sweep the arms forward and come into our flower rotations. Okay. No, I'm going to face the other way. The right arm comes up. We step back with the right. Come into our warrior one. Bring the hands to the mat. Step back into our dog. Inhalation forward, drop the knees, drop the forearms, Asana to the top of the mat, chin to the top of the mat. Press up here. Come into our puppy, to our dog. Raise the right leg up, step forward, step up with the left. Come into our spirit of ecstasy, sweep the arms forward. Come into our flower rotations. And now, we're going to add on here a little bit. When the left arm comes up, step back with the left. Bring the hands to the mat. Come into our dog. Now we're going to do our hip rotations here. For 3 out and 3 in. And then we're going to open up here. If you have it in you, we can drop it. If that's challenging for you, you can bring this left leg in the front. So I don't know how I would show you. Instead of being up, it can be up. Okay? So now, we're going to step up. Come into our spirit of ecstasy. Come into our flower rotations. And it's your practice. Anytime you feel that your flower needs fragrance, please give it the fragrance. Now this time I'm going to step back with the right. Come to our warrior. Bring the hands to the mat. Step back with the left. Come into our dog. Now we're going to do our hip openers here. 3 out. 3 rotations out. 3 rotations in. And if you open up here, you can flip here. Or you can do this, is also known as a curtsy on the inside. Okay? Step up with the right, step up with the left. Come into our spirit of ecstasy. Sweep the arms back. And as we come along, see how deep you go as we move along. So let's come into our flower rotations, and like I was saying, find a fragrance that you feel works for you. So we're going to do 3 flower rotations, and then we're going to be adding on here, okay? Now we are coming into our our warrior sequence of our class here. Can wheel the arms forward. And I'll be facing you because I'm going to be stepping back with my right. Step back, come into our warrior one. You're already squared to the mat. Touch the shoulders for alignment. Okay. Now, I like to bring the hands to the side. So you can see right to the side of the mat. And then just open up. Okay. So, we're doing asanas, and I like to always give my hand a flip here because that helps me get alignment of the back. Okay, and then remember to have the buoyancy on this. My right leg's extended, so I have the buoyancy on that leg. Okay. Okay. Now we're just going to place this right hand down, and it's kind of dirty, but I'll show you. We're coming to our reverse warrior. So on our reverse warrior, we're like this. The further out the elbow is, the more elegant it is, okay? We'll do a few breaths here. Come back. Another way to find alignment. Side of your mat. Come on. Touch the shoulders. Okay. Very gently and with an elegance, I like to flap my elbow wing and place it very gently on top of this, my left elbow on top of my left knee, just above it, a few inches, like 4 inches or so, right? And then we very gently not so much weight on there, and we're gonna pinwheel the right arm 4 times one way and 4 times another way. And now when you feel comfortable with extending the arm, be anywhere you feel comfortable. It's a side stretch asana also. So stay here for 5 breaths. Come out of this by coming into our reverse warrior, and our warrior in Sims Lake Park. A warrior wherever you are, okay? Now, fingers together, open up warrior 2. Okay? Now, warrior 1, and I'll show you here, because we're Parvarithid, this Parsvankasana, okay? Now very elegantly, bring this right elbow outside this left knee, okay? Remember to have the buoyancy in the back so you don't fall over. If you have it in you, you're welcome to stay in the prayer hand. You can drop the right and come up here with the left a little bit deeper. And now, I'm going to switch back to where we were and come into our reverse warrior here. Open up to our warrior 2. I'm going to extend the right leg. My left hand is on my thigh. My right hand is going to follow my left and come down. I'll come over here. I'm going to put the back of my palm by my ankle, so just before, a few inches down before the ankle. Now I'm going to brush the body with my right and open up here into our Trikonasana. I have buoyancy here because it's the one that if you lock out or hyperextend, you will fall out of this. And if you fall out, that's why. Just be conscious of that. Okay. Now come back into our reverse warrior. And now we're setting up for our Parsvankasana. Now, keep forgetting the names. Those are very similar. we'll get it right. It's a forward fold over the left leg anyway. So come here. You can come clasp the hands like we did when we did our mudra when we started. You can bring the hands to the elbows like this if you have it in you, and you're welcome to do any of the 3 that I'm offering. I'm going to be forward bending over my left leg, so I'm going to have my thumb over my right thumb, and we call this a reverse prayer here. Now remember to have the buoyancy, and you squiddled in a little bit so you're not as wide as when we were in our Trikonasana. Big inhalation here with the back bend, exhalation. Remember to have buoyancy on that front leg. You know you're extending it, and come down on the exhalation. 5 breaths here. And to help you deepen, you can, like I showed you before, come up out with the elbows. So you're working your body every which way here. Okay, and now we're going to come back into a slight back bend. Now this sets us up for we're already in our reverse warrior, wherever you are. Now, we're going to squiddle out this right leg, and we're going to Parvarita or Trikonasana. These Parvaritas are very good internally wise. They get everything working properly, keep everything working properly. Take the right hand on the shin. The left hand follows. We're coming down. Put the outer part of your right hand, same as when we had the left there. Brush your body. 5 breaths here. And now come back into our reverse warrior. Open up into our warrior 2. And now we're going to come into our flying warrior. Very gently. Now come onto the toe. And this is known as an Ananjeti prep. If you feel that you're too far out, you can come up a little more, as when we were in our Parsvantasana. We are going to now touch the shoulders. Open the arms as if you were in your spirit of ecstasy. You can be on the toes here, and you can work your way out. If you have it in you, bring this heel to you, and remember, we're doing an asana. We're going to do 5 breaths here. This is a balance. Where's your bird going? Bring the hands to the mat. You can drop the toe to the toes. We're going to now come into our Ardha Chandrasana by just brushing the body with the right. Look at the grass, look at the trees, look at the sky. If you're at home, look at the floor, look at the walls, look at the ceiling. Okay, now come back into our reverse warrior. Remember to keep the buoyancy on the legs so you don't fall out. Now we are going to Parvarita. Hands up. Bring the hands to the mat. Keep your feet where they are. You can come into our on the toes, our Ananjeti prep here. You have it in you. You're welcome to stay here. Keep the right fingertips down, and we brush the body with Brush the body with the left finger. Now come back into our reverse warrior. Okay? And that's a whole lot. Open up to our warrior 2. Come into our warrior 1. Bring the hands to the mat. Step back into our down dog. You can drop the knees. If you have it in you, we can add our Utthita Chaturanga. And to the Chaturanga. Exhalation down. Inhalation to our Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. To our Adho Mukha Svanasana. Raise that right leg up and step forward. Step up with the left. That was a very long sequence, so I'm going to have to remember what I just did. Too much fun here. Yoga fun, that's the fun. See if I can remember what we just did, okay? So let's come here and do some of our flower rotations. That's the challenge. Can I remember what we just did? I think so. Bring the hands forward. Step back with the left. Remember I was telling you about, you can drop the heel or you can leave it up. Touch the shoulders, come into our warrior 1. Remember to have the buoyancy on the legs. Bring the fingertips to the side so you're parallel with your mat. Through the shoulders. And remember to flip the arms and breathe them because we are doing asanas. No right, no wrong. You showed up here, okay? Now bring the left and come into our reverse, our warrior in Sims Lake Park. Now, very elegantly, and in essence, bring this right elbow. I know we did a lot of Parvarita, so that means Parvarita means that we added a twist to it. Okay? Now we come the other way. And wherever you feel comfortable of extending your arm, just be very lightly over here for 5 breaths here. Come now into our reverse warrior here. And I will come over to here to show you because we're going to Parvarita here. And now open up into our warrior 2. Come to our warrior 1. Bring the left elbow outside the right. We're doing 5 breaths here. Drop the, as you have it in you, welcome to stay in the prayer so you can come here for 5 more breaths. Come back up into our reverse warrior. Now, we're going to come into our Trikonasana. So just my right hand, the left hand will follow. Remember, this is one asana you have to make sure you have the buoyancy because it's very easy to fall over. Bring the back of the hand. I like to bring my left to like a little clap if you can, and then brush the body for alignment for 5 breaths. Come back into our reverse warrior. Warrior, Sims Lake Park. Open up to our warrior 2. Now, Squiddle the left foot forward 1 or 2 times so you feel comfortable. We're doing our exhalation over the right. So now we're going to put remember I showed you the arms. Slight back bend here, exhalation over the right. 5 breaths here. Lift up the elbows if you can. Okay. Now, come back into our reverse warrior. Warrior, wherever you are. Open back up into our warrior 2. And you can squiddle out a little bit more. We are going to now Parvarita, our Trikonasana. Okay, so now my left hand is gonna lead. Down my right. Get the back in my palm. And now I brush the body for our Parvarita Trikonasana. Remember to have the buoyancy. And now come back into our reverse warrior. Okay. Get ready for our fly over here. Fly. There's a waterfall over there. I'm gonna fly around here. This is Sims Lake. So come up, lift the toes into our energetic prep. Set up in like a warrior 1 stance. Bring the hands to the mat. And I'd like to touch the shoulders, come into our spirit of ecstasy arms. You're welcome to stay here, have buoyancy on that. I'm on my right leg, so the leg you're standing on, and then kick out. And fly. See if you can find a 4-leaf clover if you're outside. If you're inside, you're Dristi. It's just a spot that helps you balance. Come back out of this into a reverse warrior. We are going to Parvarita. This, I rotate around the mat. Please stay where you are. I'm rotating around the mat so the camera will help you see me. Okay, so now touch the shoulders. Come into our Anujeti prep here. Bring the hands to the mat. Now bring the heel to the booty, and now brush the body with the right hand to Parvarita or Ardha Chandrasana. Come back into our reverse warrior, and now we're going to come into our Ardha Chandrasana. Just bring I'm on my right leg, so my left heel is coming to my booty, kicking out, and now I'm brushing my body with my left hand. I'm raising, I'm looking at the grass, I'm waving to you in the camera, I'm up at the sky. Come back into our reverse warrior. I'm smiling. I got the sequence. I remembered everything that we just did. I'm like 100 asanas in this amount of time. So, and it's kind of more or less impromptu, right? Come into our warrior 1. Bring the hands to the mat. Step back into our dog here. You can drop the knees and come to the Zenasana, or we're going to come down. Inhalation, Utthita Chaturanga. Exhalation, Chaturanga. Into our Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And come into our Adho Mukha Svanasana. That's our our up and down dogs here. Just add a little essence and elegance of come to a forward fold here of mentioning the asanas by name is one of my infatuations with my yoga practice. Touch the shoulders, come into our spirit of ecstasy. Sweep the arms forward. And now we're going to come up. We are adding our Utkatasana here. Our Utkatasana. So find a stance that you feel gives you a nice width here and the buoyancy. And on your knees are slides. It's also known as the chair pose. So that was quite awesome of a standing sequence. We're going to have so much fun. Palm right to here. Hands come to the heart. We're going to bring the right elbow outside the left. You can stay here. You're welcome to stay here. If you like to deepen, we can just open up this. Extend the arms. Come back into our Utkatasana to set up for the left elbow. Come into prayer. Bring the left elbow outside the right knee. Open up here for 3 breaths. Come into our Utkatasana. Now, this is the challenge. Fun, fun, fun. We got two balance poses that we add in every class. We are going to, we got our Nadarajasana here, so we're doing our Nadarajasana. We're going to add our Ekahasta Pandangusasana and come into our Nadarajasana. This is a bit challenging. This is like 30 breaths, okay? So if you feel you had enough, just come into a forward fold. When you had enough on one side, and we'll meet in our forward fold for the other side. So just work at it. So I am going to put my weight on my left. So I'm facing the top of my mat here. I'm going to clasp my hands. So I'm going to face you this one. Inhalation, I got buoyancy on I got the buoyancy on my left leg going on. I'm bringing my right knee. 3 breaths here. We're going to put the index finger and the center finger into between the toe and the second toe. This is called yogi toe lock. And now I'm putting my left hand on my hip, like I'm it. I am it. It took me a long time to get to this part, so if I do show off a bit, hey, you know, it's my practice. It took me a long time to get here, and so, you are awesome. You showed up, and if you want to get deeper and deeper in your practice, you will get there. I like to keep the shin down and open here, and then you're welcome to stay here, or you can keep the buoyancy on that left leg going and open up here. Here comes the challenge. Bring the knee in. I'm going to face you now because we're turning this into our Nadarajasana from here. Bring the leg behind. And this gives you a good feel here. Try and see if you can get this has to do with the socket in the shoulder here. Now, I like to touch the shoulder with my left hand as usual, as typical, to find alignment. I reach up. I'm flexing this toe, see what you'll notice. You can just also, with breaths like this, keep the toes coming to the shin. Do 10 breaths here. Now, hug this right knee back in. Like I say, if you come out of it, come back in. Bring the left to the outside and the right to the inside and kick out. Why am I awesome in my practice? Because I show up every damn day. Yes, workshops and other yoga studios when weather's not there, or always in a practice of my practice. And now we're gonna come back from our forward fold, set up for the other side, and it's quite challenging for me because even though I've been doing steady practice for the last couple of months, it's still very challenging because I stopped for 5 months. They say like 3 days I'm not doing something, you start losing muscle tone. So it's very, very important that if you have a dedicated yoga practice, or if you're still to work out, even regardless if you're doing other stuff and related to fitness, so you don't lose your muscle mass. We're going to extend touch the hands. I have buoyancy on that. I'm sitting on my right, got buoyancy on the leg. I'm hugging in my left knee to my hands. I'm going to bring my right hand to my hip. I'm going to extend out. I'm going to bring it back in by shin. I like to open up from my knee and then kick out again for 3 breaths here. And now we're transitioning to the other side. From the hand to the outside, I bring my fingers to the inside. My right hand touches the shoulders. I reach up. I got the toes flexed, so it means it's coming towards my shin. It can also help you to come deeper into your practice. Drop the foot down and come into our forward fold here. Open up to our Spirit of Ecstasy arm and come into our set up again for our Utkatasana, into a wide stance Utkatasana, because we're going to be turning this into a Malasana. In the Malasana we have another flower. So grab the fragrance you like, because we're coming into a flower here. On the exhalations, these elbows come to the inside of your kneecap, your knees, of the right and left knees. since we're here and we have plenty of time, we are going to Parvarita or Malasana. And that is, I'm going to drop my, just right here, bringing my left hand to the mat. And I'm going to sweep my right arm up and just look up to see your wrist. Come back down, see if you can do 4 to 5 breaths here. Now, drop this right and sweep up. Okay, come back in. And now, very elegantly, if you have it in you, we're going to come down. And now we're going to come into our Padmasana. Okay, so you can see me. We are going to, while we're here, you can, if you have it in you, you can stack your legs, not important. And we're just going to inhalations forward, exhalations back. Okay. Okay, now I have my right leg is in front. I'm going to bring this right elbow to my belly here. And I'm going to place this right shin on top of here and give flexations. This is also get the synovial fluids in our hip going. Bring index, center, pinky. Bring index, center, ring, pinky. In to the toes. Okay? And this will help for our bunions. Now give your feet some rotations here. Okay? And go rotate the elbow. We're going to add on here. And we have plenty of time. We can probably do an Ashtavakasana. So just drop your, this also comes up and down, is a way of deepening the, getting the synovial fluids in the hip joint going. Bring the foot up to this elbow here. On the inhalation, the left elbow comes up and we hug it in. And now we're going to have so much fun because this is my favorite asana that took me many years to get to this point. And when you cue it, it's actually quite easy, but it's a challenge here. Since we didn't do our blackbird or our crane, we're going to turn this into our Ashtavakasana. And that's why we do a lot of the wrist actions here. So now bring this here very comfortably, because you want to keep this part of your leg on your upper part of your tricep area. We're going to now place this left hand very comfortably here, because actually all we are doing is we are just a slight rotation onto these triceps and biceps. So now we are going to put the left foot on top, flex the foot here, and very gently and elegantly we just roll over to here. If you can do 10 breaths. Yes. Is it showing off? Yes. Does it take a lot of work to get here? Yes. So if you didn't get there, don't worry. If you love this asana, you will get it. It will come with time, but it is my favorite. So now I'm putting my left in front, and we'll do some forward inhalations and exhalations here. And we're riding on very good time here, so. We are setting up now for the left side. And this left side, again, we're gonna bring that elbow to the belly and pick up the leg here and get the synovial fluids in our left heel going. Okay. And now put our index, center, ring, pinky into the, and this is for the, we do this for bunions. It helps relieve bunions, prevent bunions. So, and this Padmasana we're in is a very, very important asana. So when we have all these variations to do along here, so we're here. So it's very awesome to add all these, this seated sequence here. So now we're just gonna roll down so you get the synovial fluid in the hip going. Now bring this outer edge of your foot to the elbow. Let's see if you can hug it in here. Right, with the inhalation, lift that right elbow up. You can also give the rocks here. Now we're going to extend up here. Yogi toe lock with the index and the center finger. Now to deepen this, the outer hand comes here. I like to unroll up my shirt here. We're going to place this up here. We're coming to our Ashtavakasana on the other side. Just very gently place that hand down. This hand comes over here. This right foot comes on top. Flex the feet. And very gently, we just roll onto that side. And now, if it doesn't work, try it again. One side's a little more challenging than the other. So. And try and come down as gently as you can, and roll out, and give your wrist a lot of rotation here, because this is a whole lot on our wrist. Okay, so now we are gonna come into our Paschimottanasana. That's our very important asana here. We just kick out our legs here. This is so beautiful out here. Touch the shoulders for alignment. Raise up, hands up. Exhalation. Inhalations are elongation. Exhalations are the deepening into the asana. We're going to come into a Pavarita Janu Shirasana very shortly. And that is one of my favorite asanas to really experience the breath at work. Now we have our runner psoas, so we have our exhalation, bring our inhalation, the belly. Exhalation, a little more to do when I'm standing up, but I got so caught up in things. So you'll work that way down, okay? Come up here to how I have the knees up here. When you're up here, and you come forward, extend the legs so that the knees can come to the mat. Now, here comes the fun. We're going to come into our Parsvantasana, and that is very good for our triceps here. This is our Dhanurasana. On inhalation, we come up, and we're going to come up for 5 breaths. We're going to do this sequence quite a few times. So. Come back down and come into our Paschimottanasana. Hugging this. Now I'm on this your side. This side I want to be. I'm gonna inhalation this left knee up. Exhalation. We're doing our Janu Shirsasana. This is also an important asana. This whole sequence has a whole lot of important asanas that we do. Out of 608 asanas, we're doing this little mini vinyasa is like really amazing things going on here. So I'm coming down the right. I got my right hand on my right leg. Bring this left hand. We concentrate this shin. Also concentrate out rolling forward. We touch bring the arms up, and now bring the exhalation. See how far to the toes you come. But it's not important. Important is that you got the exhalation. Inhalation, lengthening. Exhalation is coming more into the asana. We're gonna do 5 breaths here. And again, you can also start with the knee lifted and on the exhalation extended out to help you come deeper also. Now, our Pavarita Janu Shirsasana, the one to really experience the elongations with the inhalation and the deepening on the exhalation. We're going to do 10 breaths here because usually if I taken a little bit longer for me in the 2 months that I've been back at the teachings. See how this left fingers come to your toes on our 10th breath. So we're opening up to the right of the mat. We're going to yogi toe lock with the index and the center finger. That elbow comes inside. I like to touch the shoulders again for alignment. And we're looking up here. 10 breaths. Breath elongation, exhalation, deepen. See where you are in 10 breaths. That was, isn't that so much fun? I still didn't get to my toes yet. Still take a little bit of while for that to happen some more. Yesterday I did the Gomukhasana yesterday. Today we're just gonna turn this into our Maritsiasana. So with the Maritsiasana, I'm gonna bring this left foot over. I'm going to give a slight turn to the left for a Pavarita of our Maritsiasana here. No. Turn to the right. I always get this one. Turn to the right is the Pavarita of the Maritsiasana. Now, with the right, hug this left knee in. Give a wave. All my yogis in Yogi Land. A shout out. You showed up. I'm so proud of you. Welcome to the Rose Garden. Bring an exhalation. This right elbow comes outside. And this is our Mauritiasana. And you can come into a Yogi Mudra. You usually see this in a Yogi Mudra. And we'll do 10 breaths here because this is a very important asana. And keep the right foot flexed. Okay. And now we are setting up for the other side. Oh no, no, come back into our Dhanurasana for 3 breaths here. This will be our transition. Now we're going to come into our Parsvantasana for 5 breaths. On the inhalation, we'll lift up and bring the toes to closest to the mat as you can. We have buoyancy here. Now come into our Paschimottanasana. If you see me rotate around, because I'm doing it so you can see me. I love these roses here. This is how you do yoga in the park. This is amazing, amazing, amazing. This is to me the ultimate of doing yoga. Bringing the studio to the park, to you. Inhalation. The right knee up. Drop that. The left foot center at the mat. We're going to do 5 breaths here and open up Pavarita for 10. And the right hand will follow the left, down along the leg. And remember, if you like to have the knee lifted up to help you deepen, that's fine. Open up to the left, Pavarita here. Touch the shoulder. Always touch shoulders, helps you alignment. You're at home by yourself. You have your own practice. You don't know if you are in alignment. Just these are the cues to help you be in alignment. No right, no wrong, but it definitely will be your alignment. You showed up. You showed up. Do what you can. There's no pain. There in yoga, there's no pain, no gain does not work in yoga. No pain. No pain. There's modifications. This is a practice that we do every day. So your consistency of the practice will bring you to where you want to go. All welcome. All different bodies. Some of us are different physiques. Some of us have different or deeper in our practice than others. This is a way to help you move and meditate. And everything's right. I came close to my toes. I didn't quite touch my toes. But I'm not. I'm going to bring, now we're going to Marutyasana, set up here. Parvarita by looking over to the left. A little slight little rotation here. Now, I'm going to hug it with this left arm. Give a wave to use again. Very gently and elegantly, this arm comes back. And just place it here, have buoyancy in it. Arm buoyancy means that it's not locked out. Now, inhalation, the left arm up. Exhalation, bring it down. And we're going to do 5 breaths here. And now we're going to set up for our closing sequence now. This one took a whole lot of fun out of our, we're moving along with a whole lot of fun. So we're getting ready for our closing sequence. Okay, now our closing sequence. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here. I want to show you a headstand. Yeah, well, let me show you a headstand. Because you can come into the dolphin, and then we can come into the closing of our class here. So we're going to come up into our down dog. Actually, let's come into our puppy. From our puppy to our dog, just keep the toes and come here. Okay. Now, this is our good down dog. Let's stay here for 5 breaths here. I'll take this off in case it sometimes hits the mic and gets annoying. Drop the knees. Bring the hands together and play here. So there's going to be 30 breaths in this whole sequence. So at your level, you can see where it takes you. Okay? I'm showing you a bit because it took me a long time to get here, and but there's I'm not better than you. You showed up, I showed up, I'm a little bit more advanced in my practice than you are. I just want to show you like what goes on when you get deeper in your practice. So these are all stepping stones, okay? So I'm just showing you, but also because this took me so long to do and a whole lot of work, and it's not get done in a whole lot of classes, so I like to offer it in my class. The modification is from our dog. We're going to clasp the hands here and place your head here. This is the dolphin. Walk your feet in as best you can. Come down on your knees. Come to child pose. That is your modification. Work it 30 breaths, whichever way you want to go. We're pretty deep in our class now. If you want to just come into the child pose for the rest of this 30 breaths, you can do that. Those of us that are advancing onto the full headstand here, we're coming into we're going to set up for our dog. We're going to come into our clasp our hands. We're bringing our head to the mat very gently and elegantly. We bring our knees in and we step up. Now, to come back down very gently, and we come into a child pose. It's very, very, very important after we do an inversion to come into a child pose. If you have any, you can stay. We can come up a little more. We turn this into a rabbit, is bringing the head closer to the knee. Come back into a child pose by your side. And the legs width is up to you. And now we're getting ready for our closing sequence. That is our closing sequence is our Paschimottanasana. Actually, this is a Janu Sirsasana. Headstand, and that is also one of the top 8 out of 608 asanas. We are going to come into our Janu Salamba Sarvangasana, and that is our shoulder stand, and that is a another very important asana. So we're going to come back down. We're going to bring the knees to the chest. We're going to come into our happy baby here. I touch the shoulders again and come here and wiggle out your wrist here. Bring your hands to your booty. You come up here to come into the full shoulder stand. Just bring the hand to the back of it, and then you can come, and we'll come into our plow. Now we're coming into our most important asana, the asana of the week, and that is our butterfly. So we'll bring our feet together, clasp our feet, and we're going to do some Kalabate breaths. We're going to do 30 breaths of the passive inhalation, forceful exhalations, and we'll come here and flap our wings. The butterfly, like the butterfly in your garden. Where do you want to go? And this is very good for the hips here. Okay, now we are going to come into back into our Paschimottanasana. We're going to come down, we're going to do another shoulder stand and come into our final Shavasana. And now drop the feet behind. And very gently gonna come in to our Shavasana. Now we're going to brush the body. Bring the right hand over to the left side of the circle of motion 5 times. Now bring the left to right 5 times. And this is the energies that we just created in our body are going in the wheel of the chakra here. And now I like to we're going to bring the fingertips together. We're going to brush the body from the center and come out. And these are meridians in our body. And this is also of a regular breath. If you know do the yoga breath, we just have this is just a regular breathing here. And we'll do a little bit of our chakra. We'll come up from our Muladhara chakra, and that's our earthly element outside here in this beautiful Sim Lake Park. We got a little more, we got our Vadhisthana, and that's our water element. There's a beautiful lake here. A little more, we have our Manipur, and that's our fire element. A beautiful, sunny, shiny day. Come up a little bit more, we have our Anahata, and that is our air element. A little bit up here to our throat chakra, and that is our Vishuddha. And that is ether, space. We come up to the third eye, the Ajna chakra, and that is it consists of all the elements, and the Sahasrara chakra, the crown of the head. That consists of all the elements. And we just breathe, be. And of course, I was telling you about in our Brahmacharya, and our moderation of doing things. And if you feel that when I say excessive is could be of an addiction. So in Shavasana is where you actually gain the strength to overcome addictions. Okay. And to help you, just stay where you are. I am going to add in a little bit of our sound to here. So I just want you to just lay still in your meditative stance. And let the sound of the bowls and whenever you feel comfortable, roll onto your side. We're going to do our Om, so whenever you're set up ready, we're going to Om. Or Fun. Or you can chant Fun. Or you can chant Om. And to join you, we'll do our Fun. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. May the words and actions of my teachings contribute to the health and well-being of you. Namaste, my warriors. Satnam. This gave me a great pleasure to bring you to the Rose Garden here in Sim Lake in Swanee, Georgia.